Welcome to your piano lesson. If you're here for the first time, I am Gianluca Fronda. If you want to discover interesting facts about me, you can watch an introduction video of the channel. I'm leaving the link in the description below. If you like the content of my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I'm aiming to publish 2 weekly tutorials. Now let's dive into the lesson. Today I am going to choose for this explanation the one that I call the most famous chord progression. Which one is this chord progression? The top chord progression is if we work in the major key. Let's take now a very easy key, C major. If you are in C major, you have the 6th that is A minor, the 4th that is F major, you have the 1st that is C major, you have the 5th that is G major. Many people like to consider this chord progression thinking in minor, in the minor key. In A minor, obviously A minor would be the 1st, and this is obviously a minor chord, you see the minus that I added on the side. Then F major would be the 6th, that is a major chord, but we are anyways talking about the 6th of the minor. Let me add also here this concept on the side and in a bracket. So we stopped here. So F major would be the 6th of the A minor key. In this case, the C major would be the 3rd of the minor key of A minor. It is a major chord, the plus on top, but we are referring to the minor key, so 3rd in the minor key. And then the G in C, for example, would be expressed in the minor key as a 7th. It is a major chord, but we are talking about the 7th of a minor key, and I am using the natural minor scale. I can even write the chords A minor, F major, C major, and G major. I am firstly considering the most famous chord progression, 6th, 4th, 1st, 5th, and I am considering now these 4 chords in a major key. Which one is the key that I am considering? Is the C major, and indeed the 4 chords would be A minor in C major, F major, the 4th, the C major, the 1st, and then the G, the 5th. Many people like to consider also these chords, to call this chord progression using the degrees of the minor. So I might maybe use the small m for minor, the capital M for major, and these ones are the chords anyways underneath. So I was saying, in the minor key, the one that is 6th in the major would be the 1st of the minor, A minor. The one that here in the major was the 4th, F, here in the minor would be the 6th. The one that in the major, the C, was the 1st, here in the minor would be the 3rd. The one that in the major was the 5th, the G, in the minor would be the 7th. I re-clarify that the plus that I've added on top is referring to the fact that we are talking about a major chord in a minor key, minor key. This is the way I am expressing myself. Hopefully you will understand. You can double check. So if you are in C major, A minor is the 6th, but is also the 1st of A minor. F major is the 4th of C major. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? But he is the 6th of A minor. If this is the 1st, 7, 6th, then C major would be the 1st of the major key, obviously, and easy to be understood, but it would be the 3rd of the minor. If we are thinking in the minor, A is the 1st, B the 2nd, C the 3rd. And then G, that that is the fifth of C major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, would be the seventh of the A minor, of the minor key. If A is the first, this is the seventh. And I hope you understand now what I mean. Now the problem with which one is how to play in a different key. Obviously, when you have to move to a completely different key, you don't have to consider anymore the chords that I wrote. That's why these ones shouldn't be written. You can do obviously for yourself. But now that I have to consider, for example, a completely different key signature, in G major, for example, which one would be the situation? So this one is in C major, in C major, or in A minor. If I want to write now them in G major or E minor, which ones would be the chords? They would be the sixth or first of E minor would be obviously E minor. Then we would have C major. That is indeed the fourth of the G. Let's double check. Yeah. And is also the sixth of E minor. Let's double check. If this is E, the first of E minor, 7, 6. Then you can easily say that in G major, the first is G, obviously. That is indeed the third of E minor. E minor, so first, second, third, and indeed G major. And then the fifth of G major, or seventh of E minor, would be the D major. And what if we want to write them in the key of F or D minor? They would be the sixth, or first of D minor is obviously D minor. Then the fourth of F major or sixth of D minor would be indeed B flat. What is needed is that you master the scales. You have to check the notes of the scales. Then the first of F major, obviously, or third of D minor would be obviously F. Easy. And then the fifth of F major or seventh of the D minor would be obviously C major. The G major scale is. And indeed learn the scales is very important for many reasons. So we have to simply double check. So if I have to say which one is the sixth of G major, I would say that is E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which one is the fourth of G major? It is C. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see? Which one is the first? Obviously is easy. It's exactly G. Which one is the fifth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the D. It's the same if you think in E minor. E minor natural would be. So E minor would be the first, as you can see. Then C would be the sixth. 1, 7, 6. You see? Then G would be the third of the E minor. If I go back to the key note, 1, 2, 3. And it is the third. G is the third of the minor. And what about the seventh? I go back to E and I do 1, 7. And indeed, as we said, D is the seventh of the E minor natural scale. We can do the same in F or D minor. In F, F major is. You remember about the B flat. same as you have to remember in G major or in E minor about the F sharp, and you have seen that I played it. So, in F major the 6 would be the D. 1, 7, 6. You can also go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same story. So, D minor is the 6th of the major. Yeah? Then, the 4th of F major would be the B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is confirmed. You see? 4th, B flat. You have to look at the top line, yeah? Then we have to look for the 1st, but obviously the 1st is F in F major. And then we have to look for the 5th, and the 5th in F major is the C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see? 5, C. If you think in D minor, playing the D minor natural scale, it would be. So D minor obviously is the 1st, yeah? Now you look at the 2nd line. Then the 6th is a B flat. 1, 7, 6. Here we are. You can go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it is confirmed. You see? 6th, B flat. Then the 3rd in D minor is obviously F. Here we are. You see? We wrote F, and this coinciding with the 3rd that I wrote here. And then the 7th of D minor would be the C. If this is 1, this is 7, isn't it? So I wrote 7th here, and indeed this is C major. This is the way you have to proceed. You have to learn the scales. There is no other way. By learning the scales and writing down, for example, you write firstly the chord progression you want. You can write either in the major way or in the minor way. It's the same story. Whichever it is the chord progression. Then you can help yourself. Firstly, playing the scale. You can even write down all the notes if you want. Yeah, it is not a big problem. You write down all the notes of the scale that you are going to play, remembering if there is any black key and to call it in the right way, according to the key signature that you have chosen. And then you simply write down the chords of the chord progression. I hope it makes sense. Obviously, we can also play now the chord progressions. You have never seen me playing in E minor or in G major. And it is starting from the root position. If I start from the first inversion, if I start from the second inversion, the way I move the notes will be understood if you watch the previous tutorials. I'm leaving anyways the link for the playlist, because there is a specific logic, and those that have been watching the previous tutorials, they know what I'm talking about. You save the notes when two consecutive chords have one or two notes in common. You don't save anything and you apply the contrary motion when you move of a step of second, either up or down in the bass, and obviously all the other notes are going down if the bass is going up, or up if the bass is going down. But you will understand even more if you watch the previous tutorials, or obviously if you pay attention to what I'm doing. Done now in F major or D minor, it would be from the root position, from first inversion, from second inversion, that's all I wanted to show you today. Just one more thing to mention: if you have really enjoyed my tutorial, and if you are really enjoying my tutorials, I would really appreciate if you mind the new super thanks button that you find underneath. It's very easy to be found. It's either visible or you can find it clicking on the three dots. If you're really appreciating my content, my videos, if you enjoyed this tutorial and all the tutorials that I have on my YouTube channel, and you want to support me, I would really appreciate. I hope that you understand how much work there is behind every single tutorial, because it's not only about filming or playing. The editing process is quite time consuming, and then the upload and the editing of the description and all is behind the video itself, the setting, the YouTube setting. It's quite time consuming. I'm doing with all my heart because I really love what I do. Music is my life, and probably you understood how much passion I really put into all I do. So your super thanks would be really appreciated. Thank you very much. If it's the first time you're landing on my channel thanks to this video, don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next one. All the best.